It is day 27 of the federal government shutdown, and the impacts are continuing to grow. House Speaker Mike Johnson today saying that he is not sure if the military will receive a paycheck by the end of this week. And this is SNAP benefits are set to run out on Saturday. Also, thousands of flights across the country have been delayed today as air traffic controllers failed to show up to work. Now, flyers at Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport are really concerned about the shutdown.
How much of a concern is it for you as a traveler?
A lot. It's a big concern.
Can you tell us why?
Well, because I'm thinking that if I weren't getting paid, I would be very angry, and it would be very difficult for me to do my job, and that's a critical function. And I'm hoping that somebody is taking care of them. So I'm flying today on sheer faith.
Let's get back to those SNAP benefits set to run out on Saturday. Around 1.5 million Georgians will be impacted if the shutdown continues into the weekend. 11 Alive's Marissa Sarbach live outside of the Georgia DHS main office. Marissa, we're getting new guidance on how these funds and the people who use them will be impacted here.
Yeah, Ron, Jennifer, we originally were hearing from the Georgia Department of Human Services that these funds would not be accessible on the SNAP benefit cards come November 1st. Now, the USDA released new guidance over the weekend that those funds that were on there previously from October or prior months will be accessible after November 1st. However, no new funds will be added to those cards.
Food insecurity is at an all-time high.
The USDA announced over the weekend it's suspending all November benefits from SNAP, meaning the 1.4 million Georgians who rely on the program will not receive them until the government reopens. Some of the nonprofits that serve the homeless and food insecure populations of Atlanta are already noticing the impacts, as those who rely on these benefits were expecting this.
People come into our food pantry, people who used to come once a month are now coming once a week.
According to Second Helpings Atlanta, there is a solution to food insecurity.
Despite all the bad things and the increase in demand that we're seeing in the marketplace right now, there's a little bit of a silver lining in that there is enough edible surplus food in the United States right now to help provide a meal to everyone who needs one.
If nonprofits can figure out the logistics.
We have a logistics problem. We have a hard time connecting all that fresh edible food, again, whether it's from somebody growing it or transporting it or selling it, and then getting it into the hands of the organizations that are actually feeding folks.
The Department of Public Health says Georgia's WIC program will have sufficient funds to continue through mid-November, but it depends on how long the federal government shutdown continues to see whether or not there will be a break in that assistance as well. Reporting live outside Georgia DHS headquarters, Marissa Sarbach for 11 Alive News.
Marissa, thank you.